another blockbuster episode of Wing Reviews. I'm Maniac with my wingman, Supreme. Supreme, this season, I've shed some tears, but the only tier we're messing around with right now is the upper tier of Buffalo chicken wings.
That's right. The elites, the heavyweights, the powerhouses. We're talking about Elmo's here at 2349 Millersport Highway in the beautiful East Amherst, New York. I mean,
it's an iconic plaza. You pull in, you know you might be going for State Farm, you might be going to Dollar General, but the one thing you're definitely going for is Elmo's.
And there's no doubt, it's no wonder to me why it's so popular amongst not just the locals, but kids coming in from out of town, playing sports over at UB or just UB students in general. Elmo's has gotten a lot of big support from guys like Joe Licata, Khalil Mack, ever heard of him? Alex Nukes. I mean, the sports teams love this place. It's not hard to see either. I mean, they have all sorts of different flavor combinations. I feel like Elmo's might have been the first place out of any of the wings that I tried where they really put an emphasis on mixing like 2 or more flavors together to create something new. Something that not just Elmo's, but Barville, the top tier wing spots in Buffalo, New York, all seem to have this down by now. But Elmo's was the first place for me.
You're right, whether it's a hot barbecue on the pit or a honey Cajun, barbecue or anything like that, honey mustard Cajun. There's all kinds of combos. And you're right, it did seem like Elmo's was a little bit ahead of the game. Some of the other places have been caught up, and now they're doing it better because they've been doing it for so long.
That's right. And I just wanted to point out one thing on this beautiful fall night where we're recording here.
Fall night.
You might ask, what are you doing on the back of the Batmobile? Well, we're just trying to prove to all of our fans out there that COVID cannot stop tailgating, no matter what. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. So, I don't know. From the very minute that you opened up this box, when you popped the lid, you didn't even pop it all the way.
I did a little sneak peek.
You did a sneak peek. And some of the noise coming out of you, coming out of intern Adam. I mean, it was joyful.
I did a little peek open, and I did an audible gasp, and intern Adam just goes, "Oh boy," which says what you need to say. I mean, the sauce. Before we even get into it, it just looks insane, and I did get a little bit on my finger. I am ready to get a lot in my mouth right now. Ready to go?
Hey, I'm ready to roll.
Let's do it. Again, you're getting a lot of sauce, but a good pasty sauce all over. Let's go.
One key thing, in the past episode, you asked what we've learned so far throughout our travels in the quest for the perfect wing. When you're looking at hot flavors, the taste matters. You don't want it soggy. You want some good taste. You don't want a lot of residue left behind, whether you're eating it in the restaurant or you're taking it to go.
This is the crunchiest, tenderest, chewiest wing I can remember. And the sauce is just the best cake frosting that anybody's ever had. Cajun hot is hitting on multiple levels right now.
These are out of control. The hot with the Cajun.
You said out of control. I don't even know where to start on this thing. This is like when you started reading Lord of the Rings.
What?
Incredible. Okay.
I don't know where farm that came from.
Getting straight carnivorous.
That was something I was just about to mention. That's probably the most ridiculous example I've seen in some time of a oversized wing.
That was a mutant wing.
It was a mutant wing. And the rest of the wings are oversized. The smallest wing.
Here's some fat wings. Here's some fat wings. PH.
Thick. How many C's? And that was 5 C's at least.
That was a 5C. These are always averaging a 3C.
Yeah, we got a 3C average on the thick scale for these wings, which is delightful.
Thick boy wings. You got an amazing sauce, crispy meat, good wings. Wow.
You know, sometimes when it comes to the heat, when you turn up the heat, another thing I've noticed is that sometimes it sneaks up on you. Sometimes it just punches you right in the mouth. This one, it's there, but it's lingering around. It's just hanging out though. It's chilling out. You know, he's in no rush, but it's not overwhelming. You know,
Oh yeah.
Someone's there.
Like the heat's sitting in the waiting room, like it's waiting for its appointment because it's just hanging out.
Yeah.
Wow. By the way, I gotta say it because I've done interviews where there hasn't been any before. A couple people have walked around the filming. A lot of camera respect here, so you like to see that out of the plaza. You like to see that at Elmo's.
We don't want to revisit Wingfest. There's a consistent lack of camera respect. But I don't know. Maybe there's some tourists in town for that, and they didn't understand what the wings mean to us Buffalonians. But love to see the respect out here on motorsport.
These are meaning a lot to my taste buds right now. It's like there's like, oh, you eat the wing, you get the chicken and the skin, but then you get the hot, then you get the Cajun, and then you get whatever's like what left between them.
Yep. Just when I thought things were getting out of control, a little veggies, a little celery, carrot. We're back. We're
A little blue cheese cleanse.
Oh.
Wow. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah. Are you zoned in?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
These are, I mean, you want to say some of the best wings in Buffalo. You know, sometimes you go see Jordan play a game, you go see LeBron play a game, they have an off night.
Yep.
But these delivered. These dropped a 35, 40-point game.
Triple-double.
Doug Gilmore, 93.
Love it. I mean, the wings are so big, and I'm still eating. You're done with your review. I'm still over here working on it.
I had to leave the daddy Longfellow behind.
Yeah, well, it's a treat for later. But these wings, I mean, juicy on the inside. Didn't necessarily have a ton of crisp on the outside, but they weren't soggy by any means. I mean, they had good integrity to them on the outside. The Cajun and the hot, it just works. It's like peanut butter and jelly, and almost has it down to a science. With these, I'm feeling a 94 on these.
Wow, 94, yeah.
Yes, because I'm trying to like think, and I can't poke a hole in these wings. You know, like
They have everything hitting. Amazing sauce, amazing meat, great flavor, lingering, nice heat.
Yep.
Trying to get rid of your sinuses, they're 100.
Oh, I'm clear. Better than Mucinex.
Well, most definitely.
Man.
Well, there was some worry coming into this review because Elmo's had flagged us off a couple times. We were going to do the review inside. Obviously, with COVID and everything that can happen, but nonetheless, they deliver in just as big a spot.
Yes. And I think that this is a little bit even more impressive than being inside the restaurant, because right from the very first episode, we did us with the king himself. I mean, they truly rolled out the red carpet for us, and the wings were phenomenal. But with an experience like this, if you're going to go to Elmo's and pick up a single order of wings to go, or even if you're going to stay and then maybe have a couple of drinks and hang out with some friends, I mean, you can rely on this for consistency. They're not just going to put on a show.
Oh, yeah.
And woo us while we're in the restaurant and then turn your back. And then
Exactly.
and the wings stink. So
No red carpet. Everybody's getting the red carpet at Elmo's.
Yep. And Elmo's, I mean, if nothing, I would say not just quality but consistency. I've never had a bad wing at Elmo's, and it's what makes them one of the elites of Buffalo.
Most definitely. And based on our review, they'll be staying there for quite some time. We'll definitely have to spin back to Elmo's, but I think the one thing is every time we have a wing with this high caliber, it like reinvigorates this quest.
Yes, the quest continues, and I mean, it feels like we're getting closer when we have places like Elmo.
And when we came to Elmo's, what did we get? Good wings now.